Hello, greetings. Yeah, so this is a continuation of Godless, feeling godless. Uh, Please bear with me as my energy is very low and it's like I'm in ICU, intensive care unit, private. But as we all know that time and tide wait for nobody. My principles from my principal's farewell speech. First time I attended the farewell of St. Joseph's College. Final year, graduates, BA, anyhow. So, time, love is greater, and togetherness, sharing and caring must be a Bible verse. I got it from a friend's wedding long time ago. Family friends, Christians. So now I'm myself in this, of course, condition. Don't panic, but the enemy wants to spread panic and fear. And of course, a great human sufferance is going on. Oh God, I'm suffering myself. I don't know which virus I caught long time ago. How contagious this is. So, head cold and meningitis scare, like I said in my previous videos, in St. Joseph's College and then in London, and now this coronavirus. So the enemy wants us to suffer. And I really cannot talk about this. This is too much for me. Anyhow, what I'm going through is discovering self-discovery truth. My truth is that I'm Radharani. And Mami Munira Fikri is Mirabai. Where is she? Does she care? Of course she cares. Why doesn't she reach out? What's going on? My questions are like, how dangerous is to meet me? And all this. So, yeah, finally I had some food, breakfast. So what, another thing is about my truth and all. So if I didn't know all this, I would be guilty for no reason than to just carry on with God's work. God's work. So pure awareness, and so there's this thing, right? I'm having, yesterday what happened is, looking for, I found something, I don't know, I can't say. So I cannot bring out the numbers and all dates of birthdays, but I myself know that what was Krishna's birthday. So going through the numbers, finding out things like why was it like that, and why was my life, why are my relationships breaking apart, falling apart? And the enemy is like a covert narcissist, getting pleasures. You know how they derive pleasure out of harming people? Very bad. So like, for example, I would ask that, well, if this is the enemy you're telling me, now revealing to me, which is quite shocking, then why would this person send me to London for higher education? Let's suppose if my father wanted to kill me because I was the main part he was afraid of, that I would not accept his marriage and do something drastic, which I was doing. But then Mrs. Munira Gulzar, God help me, reached out through Mrs. Munira Gulzar, although they didn't know about this, her sister and her. So what is this thing before I lose it? I know my truth now, and discovering more, like, what is Shakti? Where did we miss it? Pure awareness. We can do Muji Babas, which is great, but then I'm really sorry to say that what Igor now following, coming across Igor, so it was very the same. Like I could say that I don't want to. It's not personal, but it's like if Igor went to Muji Baba, then Muji Baba will say, all this is witnessed, like whatever phenomenal experiences you've been having. But all this could be from the I am, right? So just that you don't develop a, oh no, if it's from the true pure awareness, then there's no ego in it. And all that. So my discovering that was Rasulullah. So it was very hard to talk about this, because we have to be careful what we say, how we say it, whatever is communicated. I don't want to miss something or hurt the believers or innocent people. So then, Muji Baba. So recently, Muji Baba was saying, thank you, thank everything. Though there are people who cannot get up, so thank you. So that reminded me of a book, dua book I had, which the Imam has given us, one of the Imams, and he says, it goes on like, thank you, there are people who are stuck, trapped in prison. I mean, of course, we should pray for them too. But thanking God for not being, this is quite the other thing, that being able to work, get up, isn't it a bit, and then there are some great other duas where we pray for everyone, like, oh God, I would have been, but here, like, I would have been trapped. Thank you, God, I'm not trapped. But then we go to Karbala and we see that Imam Hussein's son, Imam Zain al-Abidin, went down in prayer and thank God. That's the proper thanking, when you've given your everything. And how you get up. He was ill. So you see, like, I cannot say what Imams really mean. On one hand, I could misunderstand them. But this particular dua, when I was reading it, thanking God, I did not understand how it could come from my Imam. Another one, the 6th or 7th or 8th, 7th Imam, Imam Musa Kazim, I think, I'm not sure. Now you see, saying all this without guesswork. But of course, one of the Imams, right, our Ex-Shia dua book, volume 4. And so I could like get not understand, get angry. Resentments were growing like this because misunderstandings, and we didn't even have our 12th Imam present, and we had to take these istikharas, like open the Quran, find out things from from the scriptures, what to do next. Is this right or wrong? Like sometimes being doubtful about things. So we would pray and thanks prayer and all this. Anyways, that's another thing. So this is what, this is in it, that we are confused. We're confused at times. We don't know what to do. Our Imam is not present, but we can connect with him through these supplications and opening the Quran for our personal need, finding out what, or even want So I was saying, see, I cannot complete this thing. What I want to say, conclusion, can't even conclude. So I really don't understand. I'm very confused and didn't know. I cannot say anything about my religion, come to a conclusion about my religion. I could not. But there were these doubts, disquieting doubts, they're called in the Quran. I don't know, but I had these doubts. And so nothing was clarified. Time and if Rasulullah cares for, which he does, it's said in the Quran, he ardently is desirous of your welfare. It grieves him that any calamity should befall you. So I think the present Imam, either he should be like the 12th Imam, the guide, the true guide. There's only one, they say. He should be present and we should get proper guidance. So I felt my mother was not getting proper guidance. And all this was happening anyways. So the thing is pure awareness. Yeah, you can do Muji Babas. So Muji Baba was saying, thank you. And there are some people who cannot get up. So I on the internet also, I told my Shias, I said that, we were talking and this came out. Also that, why should I thank God? Because I have feet and someone else doesn't have shoes. Or, things like, some man thanked God for the feet he had when someone else didn't have shoes, and they were saying, I don't have shoes, and all this ingratitude, ungratefulness. Then you realize that, at least you have feet to walk on. So I hope you get what I mean. So I felt this is like, in a way, I've been angry at certain things about my religion. And then to kill people for believing in or scare them to death, that it is unforgivable. But I turned out to be a Devi myself. Radharani. I would have made myself get out of principles, way, life, feeling guilty myself. People made me start to really get this scar thing on me, whatever it is called, that I could be, this is unhealthy love with Mr. Sa, and so like a principal would say, my life has, like your life has just taken speed. Sorry, excuse me, this is a message. Sorry for this. So some people would say that, your life has taken speed and I'm old and principal, but it's, she probably thinks differently. But to reach out now, please. Out of love, of course we can live as family, friends. Like, I do not understand how this thing again started to come. Like, she started to think like this. Oh, God. I mean, once you have friendship, even with an elderly lady, haven't she had aunts and grand-aunts, and so we live together, share together, if we choose to, if we love each other. So, extended family, take care of neighbors. Doesn't our religion say this? Also, like the Christians say this. So I don't know where this thing came up from. That now, And me in my own negative thoughts started when everything could be so beautiful. All you need to do is love for the moment. Love only is for this moment. Gratitude is for the past. They say there's a saying, love is here and avarice, greed is for the future. Love is for this moment. You don't think, you think of let the tomorrow take care of itself. Jesus Christ has said this. Let tomorrow take care of itself. Today we have enough. I think for today we have enough of problems. So I think trust was missing. Trusting in this. We have these special, beautiful relationships. And so, I don't know, my mind went somewhere else and her mind went, that's what Muqaddas told me. That maybe she thinks in a different manner and you think in a different manner, but for each other's welfare and good. And so, anyways, so they were asking me about Radharani. I was asking myself, like this force, so I think that Rasulullah, it's there's no fight or anything. I don't want cold wars or fighting, but I do feel resentment and angry because you see, they were saying that they should be responsible for this. That so was he insane or something? I mean, sorry to say this, but yeah. So now I see Igor getting kind of intense about this Shakti. And if he goes to Muji Baba will tell him, what is all this? Doesn't really get to my heart. This is all your, all witnessed and everything. This is nothing. And so how would I tell Muji Baba? Forget telling Muji Baba I'm Radharani. And so we could get upset about it, that people are being misguided. I mean, if you miss Shakti, if you look at it through Igor, that's like Tantra. Okay? Then we have another one, Bhakti Marga. So why is it important to worship a deity? And then you look at it through this Narguna and Sarguna. And we're like a ball, like going, like ping pong game. So, I mean, he will say, that one will say, no, this Prophet Muhammad has cut everything short and has given us a great problem. When he, and the idol worshippers will say this, the other ones will say that, he will say that the idol worshippers are a great, unforgivable thing. They're misguiding people. God, and where do we go now with this? And there's so many problems in life, diseases and godlessness, and there should be blessings coming. So I think I didn't want to get angry, but of course one does get angry because one is human, one has human qualities in them. So this is what I was at. So now I don't know what to say, how to say this. Again, I'm stuck. So Muji Baba says, trust in this pure awareness. Rasulullah will say, La ilaha illallah, and I'm the messenger. And so in Hinduism, there are feminine energy. What do you say about that? So, so of course now I was coming to this, that energy, all the movement and everything. Now, once you come to this thing, right, that pure awareness does not move. How did it create all this? So trying to understand the not understandable, impossible is something. So Shakti, so I went to Igor, Keshav, Gufayev, and all this. I hope that if sometimes I feel, the 12th Imam will come and probably take me by the by the neck here, because I don't have a beard. It's not like Hazrat Musa, when Hazrat Musa came from the mountains and took his brother Aaron by the beard. So, so what is this all? Well, all this creation, material and all this is made of attraction and repulsion. Attraction and repulsion. Attraction. Because I was repulsed by life, and because of losing Miss Tissa and crying so much and grief, and so you feel very extremely unhealthy sensitivity, and then you start feeling repulsive. And then there was this that I had to throw up time and again in St. Joseph's College, because it was too overwhelming, that what I felt with the principal. I didn't feel repulsed, like there were certain places, things, I could not stand life itself. And then all of a sudden, the charm came back, which had gone, losing Miss Tissa. So first to get that in balance, and then believing in God's miracles. God is miraculous. Anyhow, so I'm trying to figure out, this could be from the divine. And so I'm trying to figure out this immovable, whole, absolute, with the mind I cannot. So I need to become it, which I am. Muji Baba says it's the mind covering it and all that. But could it be that but I'm trying to find out from the Hindu point of view. Excuse me. So I've gone through Igor, and still neither do I get this part, neither do I get that part. Because in parts we are trying to understand, I think. And pure nature, what's this wholesome? Yeah, so see, the mind will go berserk. So I now am in a dilemma, confused. But there's one thing that I know, that I would have felt guilty had I followed my religion. Oh, I would have been a gone case long time ago. Because I love, love. Even if you see me sleeping with Mrs. Munira Gulzar, or doing a wrong thing with her, this is God. This is Radharani. This is between Radharani, Krishna and Mirabai. It is none of your business.